Alright, so once you've finished 20 symbols, the next one would be 20 brushes. And here's an example of a couple of 20 brushes. The student did two. This one here and this one here. You can do the shapes. You can see her symbols. And then her two brushes that she did. And her doodle bob down here. Okay. We've also got, let's see here. Let's take a look at Jennifer Lopez and take a look at hers. So there's her 20 symbols, but this would be her 20 shapes. Okay. You can have something to look at to draw. So something from the internet, you can look at it on, make a side window where you can see it and draw that, copy that. That's fine if you need an example to copy from. You just can't trace it. I want you to practice with these tools. Also, you should check out a pen. Myself or a sub should have a pen for you to use for this with the drawing tablet. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go to Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator, the orange AI. Going to Illustrator, and we're gonna go create new over here, and then we're going to go up here to the details with this letter. You have the border around letter. We're going to call this 20 brushes. Okay, everything else looks good. Click create, and again, this is your instruction video, so you move the playhead and pause it as you need. Okay, you might have to repeat certain things, but it's up to you to control how you learn from this video. All right, so for starters, let me collapse this because we were on symbols before. The next one is going to be brushes. We're going to go down the line here. Here's brushes. Click that, and you can see these standard brushes. Now, a brush is controlled by the stroke color. So whatever color the stroke is, oops, B for brush. Remember B for brush. Whatever size the stroke is, that is the size. That's the color of the brush, right? Okay. And then there's some other brushes that they show, some samples, just to let you know there are different brushes that we do have here. Even some borders. Border designs. Oops, let me click on this again. Even some border designs. And actual different types of brushes. Here's a fan brush. And again, you just change the color of the stroke. All right. Now, there are so many more brushes, though. And if you go to this bottom left library, brush library, click that, and you have all these different categories of brushes here. So you could see there's the artistic brushes. So we've got special brushes used for calligraphy, and we have charcoal brushes, and of any color that you pick for the stroke color. We have ink blots, right? We have splat blots as well as ink strokes, like from a fountain pen, right? We've got so many. Look at all these. And you control the color of all these brushes. Yes, you do. See, can it do a gradient? Can it do a gradient? Yes, it can. Yes, it can't. Some might. But I guess it's colored already, pre-colored. I think if it's this color, gray, then nope, still gray. All right. Anyway, the charcoal brushes are kind of set. Paint brushes. Now the paint brushes should be whatever color you paint. I guess it can't do gradient, so don't use gradient color. But if I switch it to a solid color and go back to my brush, Yeah, now it works. Okay. Solid colors. Scroll brushes. Watercolors. So if you're an artist and you're familiar with these different types of brushes, now we're going to get into borders. Let me Command A delete. So now we're getting more structured designs, right? So if we wanted to have like a border, we can do something like that. Okay. There's more to talk about on how to use brushes besides the brush tool, but for now, let's just use the brush tool. And more importantly, I want you to explore the different libraries that they have. You can see there's so many designs for frames. Oh, now here, this is cool. This one's cool. Let me stretch it out so you can see more of it. So we've got like airplanes or ants, right? You can see here. Ooh, film. That's a good one. Choo-choo trains. Choo-choo trains, right? All these cool things. I know you could come up with some good ideas with this for your design. All right. So, what I'm looking for you to do is use the brushes and also use the basic shapes and come up with a cool design. I'd mostly want this just brushes though, if you could. But if you need some of these, so if you want some of the basic shapes in there, that's okay too. But otherwise, see if you could just kind of like paint a painting. You know, I mean, if it has to be like finger painting, sure, make it finger painting. Okay, so finger painting with digital brush though, right? Use a digital brush to finger paint. Use just a big old brush and just smear around your colors. All right, but try the different brushes. I know you'll come up with some cool stuff. All right. So when you're ready to take a break from it, or if the bell rings, or if you're done, File, Save As, and you want to make sure it's 20 brushes. It's going to go into your Creative Cloud files, and click Save, and click OK. All right. So have fun. Spend time with this. Get to know the brushes and come up with a cool design. All right. Take care.